Hi everybody, it's Thursday, it's Lit Soc, and despite the wonderful weather, we are in the library. There is a reason for this, for which it will become very clear. However, we are basking in the sunshine of Lit Soc. So here we go. Today's presenter is Hannah, who will be talking about this extraordinary novel, now, excuse me while I just recheck this, more than 20 years old, even 30 years old, which has had an extraordinary effect on classics over the years. Anyway, over to you, Hannah. Thank you.
Welcome, everyone. It's so nice to see people who aren't usually here. So I hope everyone's had a chance to introduce themselves to everybody, because today is not just any Lit Soc. Today is an immersive experience of the secret history, so we need to work together. It is everyone except against the two authority figures, Mr. Humphreys and Miss Huntley.
Authority, round here, you must be joking.
As good as we can get for authority figures.
I feel undermined already. I haven't even started.
Supported by the wonderful Marianne.
Thank you, Marianne.
So
You're an authority figure,
Marianne, right? A figure of freedom, a symbol of freedom even now.
Yes, you are actually.
Yes, proud of you, Marianne.
Bet you're enjoying it.
I'm very enjoying it, yeah, it's been great.
So these are our police detectives, and you are everybody else. Don't worry, I will explain what's going on.
Victims.
First of all, can you put your hand up if you've read The Secret History? Put your hand up if you're going to read The Secret History. Oh, everyone, great. I thought I'd start off by a little autobiography, and you should be listening, okay? For reasons that will become clear. So the author of The Secret History is Donna Tartt. She also wrote The Little Friend and
The Tome.
The Goldfinch. I'm listening to this at the moment. She was born in 1963 in Mississippi. She grew up in a small town as a bookish child, and she wrote poetry from the age of 5. So, you know.
Prodigy.
Yeah. And then she went to college in Vermont. If you've read The Secret History, might ring a few bells. So she's written 3 main novels, and she averages about a novel a decade. So, you know, fast work.
I think another one is due within the next couple of years.
Oh, I hope so, yeah. So yeah, if you feel bad about your ability to manage deadlines, don't, because these are masterpieces. So. And so The Goldfinch is one that won the most prizes, I think, and it is about...
It's being filmed as well.
Yeah, it's about a stolen painting, and the movie, in my view, was, a creative failure, because I fell asleep, so... which is why I'm reading it now, and also it was a commercial failure. So, but the books were great, and it's good to have that contrast, because you know the books are really solid stuff if the movie fails and the books are still great. It's nice to be able to juxtapose like that and not have it like supersede its fame, which is what I think, which is probably not what she thought, but you know, it's good to have the positive side. And there's not that much is known about her personal life. She lives in a very small village and stresses the right to her own privacy, probably unaware of like the cultish following behind her.
I think she is. I think that's why she's...
trying to avoid it.
She's doing a Harper Lee, if you could say.
Yeah, that's true.
Only writing a little bit more than Harper Lee did.
So, you as a group, I'm going to give you your first clue now. And you need to find the answer, work out the answer. You can use the library, see if you can try and find it. And then once you find it, we can start the story and start the immersive experience. But you have to solve it before the detectives. So
we're also trying to solve it. Okay.
Trying to solve it too.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We better wake up.
She's a poetry prodigy, but I'm not. So, with that being said, who should I give it to?
Me. Should I read it out?
Yeah.
Okay. Golden successes may be for this author of 3, but find the commercial plummet that loomed right before the summit.
So, does anyone know what that might mean?
Commercial plummet. You said something about the Goldfinch movie, but commercial plummet.
Oh, I don't know. What do you guys think?
She ain't gonna make it that easy.
Yeah.
Maybe someone should have a look.
In the films?
Go look. Okay. See you later.
Maybe it's in year. It's not a year, is it?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's got an actual sort of,
Yeah.
because it's named after the painting, and there's an actual.
Painting is extraordinary.
There it is. Yeah, it is.
So who wants to read the first bit next?
Shall I read it because I've got to?
No, that's not your bit.
Sorry
Josie, would you want to read the first bit? Not right now, but
Sure.
cool. Anyway, you guys might want to help look.
Okay.
Team effort, remember? And what are the detectives doing? You know, detectives aren't even trying.
I'm trying. I'm looking in the book. I'm thinking it might be in the book. And is it? Yeah. Is that all I'm supposed to find?
So far the detectives are not doing a good job.
Just look at this.
It's inside the book.
No, that's not.
Someone
That's
who's
not
borrowed
that's
it
a
previously
Pokemon
has
card.
left a Pokemon
Marianne,
card
are
inside.
you're not really pulling your weight here, are you?
Sorry.
Where's the detectives aren't doing it?
I'm unsure what are we also supposed to be solving the clues, but are we supposed to be working with?
No.
So hang on.
But maybe it is. I don't know.
So we're supposed to look for it as well, are we?
Yeah. It's like a treasure hunt. Whoever finds it
can
first.
I just ask,
Yeah.
Hannah,
Or whatever you're looking for.
Is it going to be a lot of up and down? Because somebody was hoping to do parents' evening downstairs.
Not a lot.
Okay.
It's
So
fine, it's fine.
yeah, you sure? Okay. Right. Okay. I'm going to normally look for it.
Looking for the book, or are we...
I feel like I'm.
You're looking for the answer to the clue.
But I heard the...
Not all of us are sure of what the clue should be. However,
It is
It's a
quite-
murder mystery, guys.
It's an intriguing bit.
Everyone's gone to the DVD club.
I feel like I should go help.
Oh, I think.
Did you join?
Maybe you found it. No, you haven't found it. Okay.
Painting. I'm going to the painting section.
Keep looking. What? It says something about a sonnet that loomed right before the sonnet. Secret history.
Have you found anything?
Guys, I suspiciously found something.
Wait, the detective found it.
The detectives.
See, I thought I was supposed to do what, that's why I So I thought I was.
Can we not read that one now?
All right. Okay.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
clue
wrong for
one.
you guys. It's
but-
clue 2.
Oh, I see.
is clue
That's
one,
why.
that's
That's
clue
why I
2.
put it back.
Oh yeah, that's clue 2. This is clue 1.
Because it's clue 2, but they saw me. They
So it's
saw me
fine.
finding
Yeah.
it.
So 1 point to the detectives.
Oh yeah.
So
But we found it too soon, right?
Yeah, we just found it by
Because that's
accident.
clue
Josie.
one.
now Josie's going to read.
So it was the right one. Okay.
Oh, it is the
Yay!
Yeah. But we'll look at that in a second. First, I want to immerse you in the book so you understand what's actually happening beyond the author. Josie's going to read the opening of the book. And remember again, for play close attention. So you can read a page or you can read the whole opening section. You know the prologue.
You'll have to come to the microphone,
Just you
Josie.
might want to come and sit down.
Yeah, is that right, Hannah? If we
Yeah, of course.
have people hot seating.
The snow in the mountains was melting, and Bunny had been dead for several weeks before we came to understand the gravity of our situation. He'd been dead for 10 days before they'd found him, you know. It was one of the biggest manhunts in Vermont history. State troopers, the FBI, even an army helicopter. The college closed, the dye factory in Hampton shut down. People coming from New Hampshire, upstate New York, as far away as Boston. It is difficult to believe that Henry's modest plan could have worked so well despite these unforeseen events. We didn't intend to hide the body where it couldn't be found. In fact, we hadn't hidden it at all, but that had simply left it where it fell in hopes that some luckless passer-by would stumble over it before anyone even noticed he was missing. This was a tale that told itself simply and well. The loose rocks, the body at the bottom of the ravine with a clean break in the neck, and the muddy skid marks of dug-in heels pointing the way down. A hiking accident, no more, no less, and it might have been left that way, at quiet tears and a small funeral, had it not been for the snow that fell that night. It covered him without a trace, and 10 days later, when the four finally came, the state troopers and the FBI and the searchers from the town all saw that they had been walking back and forth over his body until the snow above it was packed down like ice. It is difficult to believe that such an uproar took place over an act for which I was partially responsible. Even more difficult to believe I could have walked through it. The cameras, the uniforms, the black crowds sprinkled over Mount Cataract like ants in a sugar bowl, without incurring a blink of suspicion. But walking through it all was one thing. Walking away, unfortunately, has proved to be quite another. And though once I thought I had left that ravine forever on an April afternoon long ago, now I'm not so sure. Now the searchers have departed, and life has grown quiet around me. I've come to realise that while for years I have imagined myself to be somewhere else, in reality I've been there all the time, up at the top by the muddy wheel ruts in the new grass, where the sky is dark over the shivering apple blossoms, and the first chill of snow that will fall that night is already in the air. "What are you doing up here?" said Bunny, surprised when he found the four of us waiting for him. "Why, looking for new ferns," said Henry, and after we stood whispering in the underbrush, one last look at the body and a last look round. No dropped keys, lost glasses, everybody got everything, and then started single file through the woods. I took one glance back through the saplings that leapt to close the path behind me, though I remembered the walk back and the first lonely flakes of snow that came drifting through the pines, remember piling gratefully into the car and starting down the road like a family on vacation, with Henry driving, clenched-jawed, through the potholes, and the rest of us leaning over the seats and talking like children. Though I remember only too well the long, terrible night that lay ahead, and the long, terrible days and nights that followed. I have only to glance over my shoulder for all these years to drop away, and see it behind me again, the ravine, rising all green and black through the saplings, a picture that will never leave me. I suppose at one time in my life I might have had any number of stories, but now there is no other. This is the only story I will ever be able to tell.
Thank you, Josie. So I think I should explain a little bit more about how this is going to work, because I kind of just threw you guys into that. And if you haven't read The Secret History before, you must be really confused. Yeah. As Josie just explained to us, this is a murder mystery, but it's not like any other murder mysteries, because she just revealed who they have killed.
Yeah.
So, as you could say, yes, it's not a whodunit, it's a whydunnit.
That's what she calls it.
Yeah.
She was like, it's a whydunnit.
So who wants to be Bunny?
Who wants to be murdered? That's basically.
Okay, we'll figure that out later. But basically,
me, since
today
I'm not going to be here.
you're a police detective, though. So,
Oh, sorry.
So we can't be.
so over the course of the hour, or like however long we have left, you're going to figure out why you guys have committed this murder, or why you were murdered, one of you. So, because you detectives won the first round,
Yeah.
do you want to have a look at the clue
yeah.
first
Okay.
and have a bit of an advantage? Put it on the desk, though. They do, but the audience doesn't. And you're both in this case.
I have no
But
idea.
Mr. Humphreys isn't allowed to help because...
Yeah, I think I know this one. Well, because I
There's like 27 million of them, and there's 3 of us.
Do you want to use their help? Because, you know, the detectives in the book use the help of their witnesses.
We could be very
should we read it out? You want to read
Yeah.
it out, Marianne?
Beatrix Potter-esque says there's clue on the desk. Now search for info to munch, you competitive bunch.
Ooh.
Oh, Esther.
Someone knows, someone
Yeah,
knows.
go on. Everyone else is just sat dumbfounded.
Come on, guys, get up.
I think Annika, being Catherine, didn't realise they had to work this hard. Hannah, it's the book I got for you earlier, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to look? Because Marianne's all by herself.
And I can't help because I know exactly what
Isn't it
to
is
look
it a
for.
carrot then?
I don't know.
First line, guys. First line.
Yes, B. Warmer.
You said on the desk, I don't think you haven't put it on there.
No, but it was on this desk.
Oh, is it on?
No. The clue was on the
It's
desk.
not.
Oh,
I didn't know what to rhyme with S.
Which
Oh, I
desk?
see.
I don't know.
I'm wrong, it's not on the desk. It's not on the desk.
Beatrix Potter S.
Yeah, so what do you think of when you think of Beatrix Potter?
Bunnies. Where's
Maybe.
the bunnies?
We have bunnies.
Find Watership Down.
Maybe.
Phoebe.
Maybe, or
Watership
maybe
Down
you're
is,
in
probably in children's
I don't know,
classics.
or maybe
It is.
Adams.
You're very close.
Maybe you don't
Next
know
up
the
then.
decimal system well enough.
Now it's Richard Adams, so A. Come on, you're a librarian.
No.
I mean, I know exactly what to look for, so I might give it another minute or two, and then I might just go and get it.
No.
I've been left alone. Hello, viewers. I've been left alone at the desk while everyone else has gone walkabout. So I don't know. I've got some filler to do. maybe. Tell you what. I'll read you a bit more of the secret history, shall I? Are you sitting comfortably? I'm only going to do this for a minute or two. It's nice to be alone. Not very often. It's just you and me, gentle reader. This is chapter 1. Does such a thing as the fatal flaw, that showy dark crack running down the middle of a life, exist outside literature? Ooh, there's a pop question for A-level English literature students. I used to think it didn't. Now I think it does. And I think that mine is this: a morbid longing for the picturesque at all costs. À moi, la histoire d'un de mes foilets. My French is awful. My name is Richard Papin. Papin? I am 28 years old, and I had never seen New England or Hampton College until I was 19. I am a Californian by birth, and also I have recently discovered by nature. The last is something I admit only now after the fact, not that it matters. I grew up in Plano, a small Silicon village in the north. No sisters, no brothers. My father ran a gas station, and my mother stayed at home until I got older, and times got tighter, and she went to work, answering phones in the office of one of the big chip factories outside San Jose. Hello? You found the clue? Okay, I will stop. I just read a bit more because I was sat here on my own, and the camera was rolling.
Oh, sorry, audience.
It's okay, I read to them.
You read my favourite line, which is a morbid longing for
The picturesque.
That's
There we go.
It's such a good opening, even chapter 1.
It's a good character
So everyone,
summation.
This is one of the pieces of the final puzzle, so I'm going to put it over here.
Oh, okay.
And next we have another bit to read. Try to remember which bit it is. Oh, okay. This is the bit where one of the people in the class is grilling the main character, Richard, about how much Greek he has read. So, who wants to read? Ella? Yeah. Yes, so you can just read as much as you like, but I would say maybe this bit up to this bit. Okay. From how have you studied classics? Thank you so much.
Very apt, as someone who doesn't do any classics. How long have you studied the classics? Said a voice at my elbow. It was Henry, who had turned in his chair to look at me. 2 years, I said. What have you read in Greek? The New Testament. Well, of course you've read Queenie, he says crossly. What else? Homer, Shirley, and the lyrics poets. This I knew was Henry's special bailiwick. I was afraid to lie. A little. And Plato? Yes. All of Plato? Some of Plato. But all of it in translation. I hesitated a moment too long. He looked at me, incredulous. No? I dug my hands into the pockets of my new overcoat. Most of it, I said, which was far from true. Most of it? The dialogues, you mean? What about later things? Polytinus? Yes, I lied. I have never, to this day, read a word by Polytinus. What? Unfortunately, my mind went blank, and I could not think of a single thing I knew for sure Polytinus had written. The Eclogues? No, damn it, that was Virgil. Actually, I don't care much for Polytinus, I said. No, why is that? He was like a policeman with the questions. Wistfully, I thought of my old class, the one I dropped for this one. Intro to Drama with jolly Mr. Lannin, who made us lie on the floor and did relaxation exercises while he walked around and said things like, now imagine that your body is filling with a cool orange fluid. I had not answered the Polytinus question soon enough for Henry's taste. He said something rapidly in Latin. I beg your pardon? He looked at me coldly. Never mind, he said, and bent back over to his book. To hide my consternation, I turned to the bookshelf. Happy now? I heard Bunny say. I guess you rate him over the coals pretty good, eh? To my immense relief, Charles came over to say hello. He was friendly and quite calm, but we had scarcely more than exchanged greetings when the door opened and a hush fell as Julian slipped in and closed the door quietly behind him.
Thanks, Anna. So for this section, I feel like trying to speak to Henry is a bit of a puzzle, right? Bit of a puzzle. You have to try and work out. Sorry?
Haven't you got to speak Latin?
Yeah, because he's so clever. So you just got to lie about what you've read.
Show off.
Yeah, to
He
try and
really
impress
is.
him. I don't think he's intentionally. He's so superior. He just doesn't realise that everybody else.
I've heard about 3 lines from this guy, and
You know, he didn't know the moon landings happened, but he's read all of
He's like,
Plato.
He's like Sherlock Holmes. He's just like Sherlock Holmes. Incredible brain, but
Yeah.
uninterested in everyday life.
So he thinks in more abstract terms, you could say.
Yeah.
So, on that note, our next game, I'm going to distribute these. I don't know if you've seen anything like these before, but these are like the puzzles. So they have like some words or a symbol, and you have to find out what phrase it's saying in English. And once you know, let me know. And
So is
You
it
can
a
get the next
proverbial
clue.
phrase?
yeah, it could
Is it
be.
like on Big Fat Quiz of the Year?
I don't know.
Or they have a series of
Have you
things.
made this up or have you copied it from something?
That's a secret.
That put me in my place, didn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zucchini?
Keep thinking.
Okay, well, I think I know what mine is. But
What have you got?
apple pie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. As American as apple pie.
And this is set in America.
Let me know.
Is there one for Miss Huntley?
So that you can come do mine with me.
There we go. Miss Huntley rolled her eyes. Oh, there we go. No, she's got one. Right. I mean, mine's quite easy, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay. So 1 point to the detective.
All right. So.
I know
what-
there's more of you, but that's because more people have the advantage.
Yeah. And what's the score at the moment, by the way?
Evil. No evil. Wait, did you find Bunny?
It's got a tick on it.
Bunny desk?
That's what I said.
Rabbit desk.
I've got this. I
I can't remember actually.
Well, I mean, Hannah,
I didn't write it down.
this is.
Wait, let me pull.
You have got them written down. Okay, she's got them
I
written
know
down.
that
So.
one. I know that one.
You know yours.
We've got a series of pictures.
officer and the
Enigmatic, to say the least.
Less words.
No, I don't know.
Less words.
Oh!
Just
Hannah, we've got it. We've got it.
What is it? What is it? Yeah, policy. 1 point to these guys.
Woo! We've got a point, guys.
What was this?
Policy.
Policy. Okay. So I mean, this one's easy, right?
Yeah.
I think everyone will get this one.
Just chill.
So
No. What is it?
Just chill.
Together.
Justice.
1 point to these lot.
Yay!
I think this team's winning at the moment.
apple pie justice.
Has anyone got the zucchini
You want to
beaver?
help this lot because they're struggling.
Zucchini, cucumber, honey.
Have you guys seen that? Yeah.
Honey cucumber?
Zucchini, honey. Have you got one? What's that? Oh yeah. Hey, that's good. That's a good one.
Yeah, but it's
No, what we're doing. These are
Oh,
it's Australian, isn't it?
I don't know where it originates from.
What's it called? Can you remember? Picture round. No, it's not. Because it's,
It was on the Big Fat Quiz of the Year, maybe, but the original name for it is.
it used to be
I feel like
starters.
Hannah's got a full point. Full point, Hannah.
Zucchini bee, cucumber bee, flying cucumber.
Wait, which one is that?
Spelling.
I think it's about even at the moment.
Well, we're
What on earth?
I knew these last night. What is that? Oh, I know that one.
Can I have a clue?
What are they in?
A cucumber,
No.
a zucchini,
No.
a courgette.
Nearly.
Is it
Do you
a
wanna-
surfboard?
aubergine.
You're in the right area of vegetable.
Squash.
Should we pass it around to some of these lot?
Yeah, I'm happy to pass it around.
Can we still get the point though if they get it?
No,
Oh.
because you got one of our points when we got it, but it was on.
Oh, I know this one again.
I think we're supposed to lose. I don't know about you, but I get the impression we're supposed to lose this.
No, not necessarily.
I mean, in that last round, we certainly were set up to lose, don't you think?
They're friendly. Those are
I'm not appreciating
You know, numbers on
Hornets.
everything.
Is there hornets?
hornets.
Okay, they look like very
What
friendly
are they?
bees. They're smiling.
So the rabbit and the
But
writing
you should know
desk.
this.
Yeah, she's a bee.
Because you're B, so yeah, you should. She's got a point there.
I should, yes, of course I should, but I don't.
Oh, it's on to this B, not. Oh, who are the two Bs?
You got two.
Yeah. And there's two Bs inside there, so
So what are they?
between the two
Be or
of you.
not to be.
Okay, sort of, but no.
Two
Oh,
courgette or not courgette?
yes, that
They're
famous
not in a
alternative.
courgette. Think of the family of vegetables.
Squash. What are they called?
Does anyone actually? Is
I think we've covered everything that's in that.
It is, apparently.
We've said aubergine, havenn't we? And we've said courgette. We said zucchini.
They're
We
really
said the
gross.
American.
They're really gross. They're very controversial. Controversial vegetable.
What?
Avocado.
Avocado's
No, I mean in terms of taste. Like some people like them, some people don't.
The things in BFG. What are they called? Snorslers.
We don't eat as many vegetables.
To be in what?
Maybe Hannah, you need to tell us this one. I don't think we're getting this
Have you
one.
got that one?
No. To be
Or that one.
Think of the animal.
hair, rabbit,
Hair.
hair.
Think of the second part.
To be in
Desk. Hair desk.
Table.
Hair table. Hair.
Hairdresser.
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 How does that look like a dresser? You can
Should I tell you that
It's
one?
not a dresser.
That one's.
Like that could. That's not a dresser.
It's a washstand.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's hard to talk to Henry. So,
That's what we see. And just tell us this one, I think. We're not going to get this one.
B one.
to be in a pickle.
Pickle?
Now that was so terrible. I'm not sure who to give the prize to. I'm kidding.
Should be to us.
No, it should be to us because you keep insulting me. So I feel
So
like
I'm just going to put it on the table.
it says 2.
Far too.
But
it's a
no.
double
Sorry.
O.
Far
We
too
can figure out the end, okay?
I'm going to have to go.
Oh, no.
Everybody. I'm so sorry, but the needs of parents' evening. This looks
Parents'
great
evening?
fun. Thank you so much.
Thanks for coming.
If you want me to, I can read it to camera tomorrow.
That's okay.
All right.
It's
fair
just.
enough.
Thank you, Miss Huntley.
Thank you, girls. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
See you later.
Everybody. It's lovely to see you all.
Right,
Don't
okay.
worry, I'm going to go next door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks,
So
Miss
don't
Huntley.
worry about time or getting anybody else out.
Okay, thank you. Right.
Okay, so where we left off in the Secret History, Richard has finally wormed his way into the group of, standoffishly classic students. Lucky there's none here. And but then they all go away for the winter holidays. So obviously he doesn't want to ask to stay in any of their houses because he's awkward. So he ends up staying in. Well, should we find out? Who wants to read next?
I'll read.
Okay. And as much as I don't know,
It's
up to here maybe.
Okay, right. I found myself in a cavernous dusty room with a plank floor and high exposed rafters. Beside a broken dresser and a high chair standing in the corner, it was completely unfurnished except for a lawnmower and a rusted oil drum, and a trestle table which was scattered with sandpaper and carpentry tools, and a few curved pieces of wood which were perhaps the exoskeletons of mandolins. Sawdust, nails, food wrappers and cigarette butts, Playboy magazines from the 1970s littered the floor, and many paned windows were furry with frost and grime. I let one suitcase and then another fall from my numb hands. For a moment my mind was numb too, agreeably registering the impressions without comment. Then, all at once, I became aware of the overwhelmingly roaring, rushing noise. I went over and looked out the back window behind the trestle table, and was startled to see an expanse of water hardly 3 feet below. Farther down I could see it pounding over a dam, and the spray flying. As I tried to clear a circle on the window with my hand so I could see better, I noticed that my breath was still white, even though then indoors. Suddenly, something that I can only describe as an icy blast swept over me, and I looked up. There was a large hole in the roof. I saw blue sky, a swift cloud moving from left to right, through the jagged black edge. Below it was a thin powdery dusting of snow, stenciled perfectly on the wooden floor in the shape of the hole above it, and undisturbed except for the sharp line of a solitary footprint, my own.
Thank you. He's staying with this hippie in this really, not very well-built house. So I thought, why don't we build a better house? And the only rule is, there's no rules, so you can sabotage each other. But you might want to work together in not sabotaging each other so you can actually build something. So we have this team versus this team. And
Again.
That's just really unfair.
it's a shame the detectives are at such a disadvantage.
I think
I mean, even if Miss Huntley was still here, we'd be at a big disadvantage.
We've got a lot of people, that's what I mean.
Yeah, it might be there's too many people and that's a disadvantage. You never know.
Okay.
So I'm
So
going
you
to
guys
divide it
actually have an advantage
evenly. And if you guys come up and see if you can build a better house.
I think you better give us a time limit for this.
Yeah, I'm going to give you 3 minutes.
Okay. Yeah. You can. Right, you can get in this.
No, I've never done one.
Okay, you've got 3 minutes. You can do STEM, we can do this. I mean, get out of the way.
I don't have very much faith.
Does someone want to sabotage them, maybe?
I'm criticising verbally, and then if they get too tall, I'll knock them down.
right like that.
Can we use
Oh no! Right, I feel like.
Oh yeah,
Guys, I
Okay,
think we
so
should
far. Can you have resources?
So you do it, and I'm just going to guard from saboteurs. She
You might want to use the
stole
books
it.
though, might you?
So she stole it back.
Yeah, let's hang on, Kitty, lean it on there.
We're already at a huge disadvantage.
You can put Paddington on the top.
Hannah says Underpins is okay.
Kind of give up now. I don't think
I'm not appreciating this verbal sabotage.
Shall I heckle?
You've almost had 1 minute.
I really. You don't.
Oi, come on.
Maybe
now.
you should just
Right,
die.
I think they'd just be disqualified. There's like all our cards. I mean, that's just ridiculous. There's no rules. Okay, fine.
Just kind of letting
Guys,
them
I'm feeling
go.
very overstimulated right
No,
now.
you should have thrown this one out.
The chaos of the book.
The chaos of the book.
I think they just want to give up. And I do. I think they should.
Stop it!
Guys, build up. Okay, I got 2 stuff.
Really? I mean, what
Well,
possessed
obviously,
you to think
construct
you build them up?
I just did 6 weeks of exams. You can't beat me.
Eleanor, I think your heckling
how you're
is
thinking.
Eleanor, why are you on that
effective.
team?
She's trying to heckle.
Ay! Oh my god!
1 minute 30, you're halfway through.
We're at such a disadvantage here. This is so unfair.
What have you done with your life?
Annika, you're knocking her over.
I think you guys should agree.
I don't think this isn't going to work. Because I'm just going to do that.
It's a
Because
chaotic
you said that I was
life.
allowed to.
Stop it!
I think this isn't fair. I'm just going to grab the card.
Winner.
I don't think that was fair.
Come on.
We have the
There's no rules.
Can't we just
Oh my god! Die!
we guys, can we just hold them in place?
Yeah.
Can someone put stuff on? Wait, guys,
It's
triangle.
the book.
Wait, guys, triangle.
I see you.
I'm Hal's moving castle. I'm a moving house.
I don't think
I'm
Hal's
able
moving
Guys,
castle
wait,
is necessarily a good house.
That's the most thing that's been built actually.
You should consider working.
I was the first one to think of this. Their idea is a bit. It's a bit of plagiarism, really.
Guys, our house is better because our house is bigger.
Wait.
Stop it!
10 seconds left.
Guys, we got a house.
You've got an open time and just doing something.
Yeah.
Ours has 2. No, guys, let me just do what I did. Give it
5,
up.
4, 3, 2. Okay, wait, sorry.
We win.
We win.
We've got
We
two
win.
houses.
We win. We win.
Okay,
We win.
sit back down.
We have 2 cards.
All right, everyone sit down. Sit down.
We had 2 levels.
Okay, I'm not sure what that achieves, but
Okay.
more stressful than
So
GCSEs.
that was deeply symbolic actually because
What's it deeply symbolic?
that period of Richard's life also achieved nothing because he got hypothermic and very ill. So that's why they couldn't construct a house. As you see, you've got to work together. That's the message. So I'm just gonna put the third piece of evidence down for everyone. I'm gonna put it because there was a lot of creativity on both sides.
So we can look at it.
No, you find it at the end. Sorry.
No, you don't get to.
So you have 3 pieces of evidence now. Okay, and then B is going to be reading next. Let me just find you the book.
Grab the cards from there. Thank you. Thanks.
Oh yeah, this is my favourite one. Okay. So this is the bit where Henry is describing Bunny spending all his money in Italy.
Where do you want up to?
Maybe
There?
oh, like here.
There? Yeah, sure.
Thanks.
He kept on, and finally I told him we would do nothing of the sort. For one thing, the exchange rate was bad, and the rooms, beside being paid in advance and with my money, were already more than I could afford. He sulked for days, feigning asthma attacks, moping around and honking at his inhaler and nagging me constantly, accusing me of being cheap, and so forth. And when he travelled, he liked to do it right, and finally I lost my temper. I told him that if the rooms were satisfactory to me, they were certainly better than what he was used to. I mean, my God, it was a palazzo. It belonged to a countess, and I paid a fortune for it. And, in short, there was no possibility of my paying 500,000 lire a night for the company of American tourists and a couple of sheets of hotel stationery. So we stayed on at the Piazza di Spagna, which he proceeded to transform into a living hell. He needled me ceaselessly about the carpet, about the pipes, about what he felt was his insufficient supply of pocket money. We were living just a few steps from the Via Condotti, the most expensive shopping street in Rome. I was lucky, he said. No wonder I was having such a good time, since I could buy whatever I wanted, while all he could do was lie wheezing in the garret like a poor stepchild. I did what I could to placate him, but the more I bought him, the more he wanted. Besides which, he would hardly let me out of his sight. He complained if I left him alone for even a few minutes, but if I asked him to come along with me to a museum or a church, my God, we were in Rome, he was dreadfully bored and kept at me constantly to leave. It got so I couldn't even read a book without his sailing in. Goodness, he'd stand outside the door and jabber at me while I was having my bath. I caught him going through my suitcase. He paused delicately. It's slightly annoying to have even one unobtrusive person sharing such close quarters with one. Perhaps I'd only forgotten what it was like when we lived together freshman year, or perhaps I'd simply become more accustomed to living alone. But after a week or two of this, I was a nervous wreck. I could hardly bear the sight of him, and I was worried about other things as well. You know, don't you, he said abruptly to me, that sometimes I get headaches, rather bad ones.
Thank you. So for the next activity, we're going to plan to spend as much money possible. But the theme is it has to be for the library and it has to impress me. So if you know anything about my tastes in what I think is good for the library. And so the rules are, you have 5 products max you have to choose from, hopefully from the internet or whatever. Come up with a shopping list of the most elegant and expensive products to add to the library. And I'm going to give you 2 minutes. Go.
I know how I really
Arden
well.
Shakespeare.
No. I know
Arden
how
Shakespeare.
I know exactly what you want.
Prices is helpful as well.
No.
Say the prices.
Yeah,
I'm so excited.
No. Oh, no.
Mariam, what's your thought process?
No. Turn around. We don't want them looking. I'm not competitive.
How do you think about a sliding ladder?
Really?
I can't see. Well,
Times 10.
person in the room.
£65 for the Arden Shakespeare. Complete works.
£4,000.
Sorry, Hannah, is it the most expensive you can find?
Most expensive and most elegant. I'd love a price point.
What's the
that one. Guys, I've got
POV eras to tickets.
I'm going tomorrow.
POV eras.
You can't put that in the
VIP
library.
Euro It's got to be for the library.
You
Hide
can
them under
frame
the
them
books.
and put them on the wall
There's no
with
rules.
pictures of her experience that she's going to have.
Okay, well, can I make that's a start. Arden Shakespeare.
Yeah.
65
But you have
pounds.
1 minute left, so you're halfway through, and you need 5 products.
He made it very difficult.
Okay, so
It's
Eras
supposed to be
to
easy.
tickets.
Okay, we need
Arden.
one thing. Yeah, okay.
3
oh
more
my god, you
things.
love that. Yes, exactly.
Hang on, Hannah, how many things are we buying?
5.
We've got 3.
But if you want more, that's okay.
Hannah, no, you can't do
Or should we do 3? Should we do 3? Because there's a lot of struggling.
Oh my god, wait.
The Folio Society notebooks of Leonardo da Vinci. £240.
Put it on the list.
Okay, what else?
£500 for Bouncy Castle.
Can you just buy a whole...
Marianne, you need to be a bit more library focused here.
15 seconds left.
How about The Origins of Totalitarianism by Hannah Arendt, who's got your name,
Oh,
of the Jewish faith, talked about the banality of evil. £150.
yeah, go on.
Yeah. Do I need to be writing all this down?
So what are we at?
3,
Like
2,
£5,000?
15-second extension.
Not quite.
Wow, the time's getting
Right,
on.
hang on, let me... So...
Okay, we're at £5,000.
We have 5 seconds left.
Amateur.
Okay, it doesn't matter if you're not finished, just present what you've got, okay? Okay,
Wait,
stop.
hang on, no, I got such
No,
an idea.
we need to move on, otherwise we're not
Everyone
going to
stop, everyone stop.
Almost blocked.
Everyone sit down.
It's fine, we've got...
get... Time's up.
It's fine, we've got a thing.
Okay, Annika, would you like to start?
Yeah.
Okay.
Should I tell them? Should I say everything we've got?
Yeah.
Sweet. So first of all, we've got the complete works of William Shakespeare, the first edition. £12,500.
I think they're winning.
Peter Harrington.
Yeah. And we've also got Hannah a tea station because we know she likes her tea. Yeah.
Wow.
A good amount. We've also got Hannah a first edition of Pride and Prejudice. Because we know she loves that. £1,500.
Very nice.
And we've got Hannah. Oh, we've got you the cloth band classics. The
Okay,
complete
but
collection.
so cloth band classics are 1,500, and then sliding ladder 2,700.
Oh, of course, the sliding ladder.
Finally got the ladder, guys.
Okay, well, you know, I'm very biased towards you.
Okay, so
Yeah.
first thing, VIP Eras to tickets.
Oh, that's good.
Which you could frame and then put in the library.
Find them in a book.
Which is about £4,000.
Ooh.
Neil Gaiman as your personal bookkeeper. $18 million.
We win.
No, hang on a minute.
No!
Remember, there's two criteria. There's two criteria.
We've also got really expensive.
His net worth is $18 million.
$8 million is about 15 million pounds. So I think that
They do have
seals the
sliding
deal.
doors. And Arden Shakespeare, yes?
And the Arden Shakespeare was like £200, so you know.
First thing you
But
should be disqualified for, because that's not a library thing.
Thank you.
Okay.
What do you see all around you if not library decorations?
Yeah, we got a massacre in Uganda up there, so you could put anything up on the walls.
Exactly.
So
I
There's
love.
a fake cat over
all right,
there.
okay.
I love the inventiveness.
Okay,
But overall, there's no competition.
calm down,
Well
everyone.
done, you guys. You know me so well. I'm going to put the clue on the desk for you, which you can look at later. Now, I think it's getting on a bit, so I might have to skip the next activity. But or maybe someone could read it anyway. I don't know which section is it. Yeah. Oh, sorry, you sec. Luckily, I post-it noted it. Yeah.
Yeah, the system works.
Actually, should we just skip that bit? Yeah. I'll just give you the clue anyway, because you're working so hard.
Thank you.
You should give it to us.
Because we only have like 5 minutes left. Anyway, so
We can go a bit over 5 o'clock, I think.
so
Unless
the
anyone's in
next
a rush.
section is about the typewriter, which you guys may have got involved in, and it's about the complications of writing and versus typewriting and how that fits into the evidence. So I'm not sure how much it goes up to, but maybe just the page.
That page. Okay. From the top.
Yeah.
Can I remove this?
Yeah, good.
Okay. What kind of letter? Said Francis, leaning closer. Who's it from? Bunny, Julian said. A bright knife of terror had plunged through my heart. We stared at him, dumbstruck. Julian smiled at us, allowing a dramatic pause for our astonishment to bloom to the full. Well, of course, it's not really from Edmund, he said. It's a forgery, and not a very clever one. The thing is typewritten, and there's no signature or date. That doesn't quite seem legitimate, does it? Francis had found his voice. Typewritten, he said. Yes. Bunny didn't own a typewriter. Well, he was my student for nearly 4 years, and he never handed in anything typewritten to me. As far as I'm aware, he didn't know how to typewrite at all. Or did he? He said, looking up shrewdly. No, said Francis, after an earnest, thoughtful pause. No, I think you're right. And I echoed this, though I knew, and Francis knew too, that, as a matter of fact, Bunny had known how to type. He didn't have a typewriter of his own, this was perfectly true, but he frequently borrowed Francis's, or used one of the sticky old manuals in the library. The fact was, though neither of us was about to point it out, that none of us ever gave typed things to Julian. There was a simple reason for this. It was impossible to write in Greek alphabet on an English typewriter. And though Henry actually had somewhere a little Greek alphabet portable, which he had purchased on holiday in Mykonos, he had never used it before. As he explained to me, the keyboard was different from the English, and it took him 5 minutes to type his own name. It's terribly sad that someone would want to play a trick like this, Julian said. I can't imagine who would do such a thing. How long had it been in the mailbox? Francis said. Do you know?
So from that little extract, we can learn that it's not at all possible to glean evidence from written work, or is it? So we have a little typewriter box here, and there's a little Greek keyboard there, but it's copyright, so you can't see it. So for my next trick, I'm going to show you a font that one of you has written, and you have to guess who's written it. Now, if you've written it, you have to stay silent.
Then can't you guess by who's staying silent?
Just remember, a few people have left as well.
That is true, actually. So if you could pass it around, and the first person to guess right, starting here, because they have the disadvantage, gets a point.
I mean, do you know who this...
They get it when they win as well.
Oh, I didn't know who wrote it.
Do you actually know?
No, but if the person knows, right?
I didn't actually watch. I promise
What's
I didn't
your
actually
best
watch.
guess, we hear?
I don't know. It could be anyone. Josie.
We didn't
Oh, we don't know though.
Oh, she's gone.
Is this anyone's handwriting?
Anyone recognise that?
I know it's not mine. No.
That is Josie's handwriting, isn't it?
Is it actually Josie's?
It looks like
Point
Josie's
for us.
handwriting.
No, that's mine.
Oh, it's Annika's.
Yeah.
Right, there we
Do you
go.
believe her though? This is
No,
the
that's
point.
mine.
Yeah.
Do we believe
Do
it?
we believe that?
So 1 point to Mr. Humphreys. And Marianne.
I got it wrong. I said it was Josie.
Sorry. 1 point to Annika
Thank you.
for successfully identifying her own handwriting. What do you think?
It's not either of you. Not
On
you,
what basis?
You. I don't know. I don't think year 8s have nice handwriting.
I have really nice handwriting.
Wow.
Is yours in there?
I just can't show
No.
you.
No,
because
so you're the only one who's not.
Yeah.
Okay.
And have you written one?
No.
I've got really nice.
Come on, speed it up, speed it
I
up.
just want to you two.
Is it nice handwriting?
Well, relatively nice.
Wow. Wow.
It's all subjective, of course.
It's classical.
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Ooh.
Kind of like recognise the piece
That
of
is
paper.
not mine.
Damn it!
Whose is it?
It'd be quite funny if it was one of the year 8s.
I think
That's
to speed this up,
definitely not
Hannah, if
mine.
we get it wrong, they get the point, and vice versa.
Yeah.
I think that's what we got to do.
Pass it around.
How am I supposed to pass
So
it?
if no one's the other team get the point.
Do people not recognise the shape of the paper?
Ooh.
Oh, no one's going to remember that, really, unless it was particularly big.
Oh no.
Okay, unless it was particularly big or particularly small.
So you guys get a point because Marianne got it wrong. Okay.
This is Kitty's. This is Kitty's. I've
Whose?
seen Kitty writing. This is Kitty's.
So, nice
Is it
one.
Kitty's?
Yeah.
Hey, we did
Okay, so you guys get 2 points. Do you know who that is?
Can we see? Oh, we were.
Are we allowed to watch
Yeah,
it?
yeah, yeah.
That's
Okay.
these.
Can we see
That's
it?
these.
Another point to this lot. Okay.
It feels
Sorry.
I think
fair.
Neil Gaiman as personal bookkeeper is the biggest moral victory. So whatever happens from now on, we've won, in my mind.
This isn't either of you two.
I just think it's
Wow.
such a genius idea.
I think it is.
Not Hannah either. Oh, no.
I didn't write.
We think.
Okay, I'll give you one so you can start guessing.
No. Oh, I think that's Miss Huntley.
Did she have to?
Do you know her
Miss
handwriting?
Hunting, Miss
I
Hunting.
think that's Miss Huntley.
Is
Some
it
English teachers'
Sorry, what?
handwriting
Let's
Let's have a look.
always
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah,
Is
she's
that
such
another point?
an
This
awful
lot-
yeah, that's
on a
definitely
roll.
Miss
Because
Huntley.
English teachers.
Marianne, do you want another one? Do
Sorry.
you want another one?
I think this might be Josie's.
Did we already guess Josie's?
Oh.
Was it, again, you know, we're
Guessed it
missing
wrong.
Josie,
It was Josie,
Holly,
but it was
Eleanor, they've all gone.
Do you guys want to have a guess?
No, not particularly.
Yeah, I'll give me another one.
Okay.
We just
Okay, we'll wrap
because
up,
we're
we'll
running
wrap
out
up.
of time.
And this is the last activity, apart from the last one.
Oh, that's lovely. That's very carefully crafted. I reckon this might be Phoebe.
Holly.
Phoebe, is this yours? No. Oh, I was wrong. Okay, so another point to them. I don't think you're actually keeping track of these points here.
Anyway,
Can I
so
see? Can I see?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yes! Let's go!
That's,
Okay.
that's me.
Okay,
me.
point to us.
That's me.
Because, I don't know,
Oh,
it looks like
nice.
something you'd write.
okay, so this team won by far. Okay,
Okay,
and
yeah.
now
Have they done all of them?
and now you
But
have
we need to move on.
all your clues. Now, the plot twist is, even though you did all that work and you won most of the rounds, the detectives still have a chance because that's just how life is. And
Real.
I like this game.
oh yeah, who's Bunny?
I'll be dead.
Yeah, okay, nice one. But you can help anyway, solve the reason why.
From beyond the grave.
So I brought these little Greek transliteration sheets to help you. Her lists, if you could maybe not look at the Greek bits because I know you know. Maybe the other people can use these. And if you want to turn over these sheets before they do, and figure out the order and the reason.
Yeah.
The order and the and transliteration.
Oh, Hannah.
Do you want to have that?
No. I bet you it's a huge amount of money that does not say.
Oh. Okay, I think I know that one.
I know this one.
Do you want to use this on
Hannah, what do we do?
This one.
This is what you were doing at the meeting today.
Oh no.
The question is, where does it fit into the sentence?
Far too
right?
much. Do we know what that is?
I know what that
Apart
is.
from Peabody.
That's
From
reading.
reading.
Yeah.
Far too much reading.
From what's that?
Time.
Time. From
that
much too, far too much time from reading.
Lol.
What?
What does that mean? Far too much time from reading.
So who got it right first?
Far too much time from reading.
From
Lol.
far too much time from reading.
Lol.
From Fatima.
From far too much time. From far too much time reading.
Lol.
From lol.
Oh.
That's why it happened. Yay, you solved it.
The murder happened because there was far too much time spent.
Because they were romanticising their lives and they read the back eye and it got all swept up in it.
Yeah.
I feel like if you haven't read The Secret History, this gets a bit confusing.
That's why I wanted to keep it ambiguous, so if you haven't read it, you want to know the more detailed reason why. But that is, I would say, the main reason why.
So they killed
The moral of the story.
they
So the moral of the story is read less. I'm kidding.
No, that sucks for me.
You can't say that on
we
Lit
should all
Soc.
read more.
That's sacrilege.
I'm kidding.
Are we sure?
He was
We
annoying.
can all form a back now.
So,
No, we're not going to do that. Right, sit down, folks. Sit down.
well done,
sit down.
guys.
They really shouldn't have been reading that much. It caused them to kill someone.
Thank you for coming, everyone. Thanks for solving the mystery eventually.
Thanks for great lit.
Good effort, detectives. Better luck next
Thank you.
time.
Is there a summing up thing you want to say about The Secret History and why everyone should read it?
I think it's the most beautiful prose. Some of the most beautiful prose I've ever written. Some of the most memorable quotes.
If she believes that, then fine. Yeah.
I've ever read, excuse me. I think of some of these quotes every single day. It's so engaging and it's just beautiful. And if you're doing your homework or like your Greek homework or something and you want to romanticise it.
Would you say that you need to have a knowledge of the classics to
Not
enjoy
at all.
it?
I mean, it's a strong theme, but you learn through doing it, through reading it. The kind of stories and stuff, and you can always do background research to the stuff they say. And I feel like not knowing kind of puts you more in with the main character, who's a bit of an outsider as well.
Yes, true. Yeah.
So yeah, if you really want an immersive experience, if you haven't read it yet, please read it. It's even better than Lit Soc that we did today. And there was so much stuff I couldn't include that really annoyed me. There was that great passage that Miss Huntley was going to read about Bunny writing his essay, and he kept making up all these words. And he just wrote it about this made-up friendship between the two writers that didn't even know each other. It's just amazing.
I know the one you mean.
The John Donne essay was so good. So there's humour in this as well, as hopefully because we all had a laugh today, we figured that out. So thank you for coming.
All right, big round of applause for Hannah, everyone. Thank you, Hannah. That was great. Really enjoyed. Okay, so that wraps up Lit Soc for today. No Lit Soc next week, of course, is Activity Week, and I don't know what we're going to do for the last one. We'll decide close to.
Eleanor's one of like give people a book to read.
Oh right, okay. All right. Well, Eleanor, is Eleanor going to sort of lead us on that then? Or?
I'll ask her.
Okay, yeah, well, all right. So, and we might do it on the quad because it's.
Oh yeah, that'd be so nice.
All right, so see some of you then. Feel free to come back. This is not to be one off. You're always welcome here. Okay, thanks everyone. So let's say goodbye to the camera. Bye. Bye.
If everyone could help pack up with the